I now give the floor to the distinguished representative of Palau on behalf of the Alliance of Small Island States.
Mr. President, I have the honor to deliver this statement on behalf of the Alliance of Small Island States. Let me begin by expressing our appreciation of your astute leadership in ensuring that our critical, outstanding work is completed in an effective and timely manner. Following the adoption of the Antigua and Barbuda Agenda for SIDS last year, 2025 will be integral for building the robust foundation required for its full and effective implementation and ensuring our resilient prosperity. Therefore, the months ahead are crucial as they will, in no small measure, shape the trajectory either of our common success or our common failure. As such, we wish to take the opportunity to highlight the key priorities for AOSIS in this resumed session. As the eyes of the international community turn to Seville, Spain, for the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development in June, it is imperative that the work of the conference's preparatory committee is executed smoothly and efficiently. For SIDS, it is paramount importance that the thrust of our discussions focuses on a paradigm shift in development cooperation and finance. Such a shift must deliberately address the antiquated systemic inequalities in the international financial architecture and entrench greater sensitivity to the needs and interests of small island developing states. To achieve this, Mr. President, our preparations for the conference ought to foster an inclusive environment that will contribute to a meaningful and ambitious outcome at FFD4. The ocean is critical to the sustainable development of SIDS, who control 30% of the world's ocean, but it is under constant threat from climate change, plastic pollution, and biodiversity loss. This undermines our economies and the livelihoods of our people. 2025 will be supercharged with opportunities to turn the tide. The 3rd UN Ocean Conference presents an opportunity to shift from rhetoric to accelerating action for ocean. We require strong commitment to ambitious, actionable outcomes that address ocean health, marine biodiversity, and the sustainable use of marine resources. However, as the least funded SDG, without adequate, additional, accessible, and sustainable financing, even the most ambitious ocean commitments remain mere aspirations. For SIDS, the link between finance and ocean is not just an environmental imperative, it is central to our development and resilience. The General Assembly, in its 77th session, unanimously adopted a resolution requesting an advisory opinion from the ICJ on the legal obligation of states in respect of climate change. The advisory opinion will be released in the first half of this year, and AOSIS calls for a resolution on it. This advisory opinion offers a unique opportunity to strengthen international legal frameworks, reinforce state obligations, and enhance global cooperation in addressing the climate crisis. Our resolution must embody principles of equity and justice and reflect the specially affected nature of states like SIDS. The escalating impacts of climate change, including sea level rise, continue to pose a severe challenge for sustainable development in SIDS, undermining the well-being of our people, communities, and economies. AOSIS remains deeply dismayed that current global commitments are severely inadequate to limit global warming to well below 1.5 degrees, with dire consequences for SIDS. In 2024, we had a glimpse into a world beyond 1.5 degrees, with record-breaking temperatures and unprecedented climate disasters. As we begin 2025, such widespread death and destruction persists. Therefore, AOSIS reiterates that the General Assembly has an important role to play in maintaining global climate ambition across the development agenda. Therefore, for effective climate action, relevant synergies need to be harnessed with the decisions and ongoing processes at the UNFCCC. In closing, Mr. President, multilateralism remains the only vehicle with the capacity to deliver our promises for people and planet, especially in an increasingly polarized world filled with complex challenges. With the various processes before us, our work this year must focus on reaching ambitious and transformational outcomes that address rising poverty, geopolitical tensions, widening inequalities, and the climate and financial crises of our time. AOSIS will continue to actively engage in the forthcoming processes to ensure that these key mandates are not only fulfilled, but also re-energize our collective will and action towards ensuring that no one is left behind. I thank you.
I thank the distinguished representative for Palau.